Hey everyone, welcome back to Awesome AIs. Today, we're diving into the latest buzz in the generative AI world, Luma AI Dream Machine. It's been getting a lot of hype as an AI video generator, but does it live up to the excitement? Spoiler alert, I don't think so. Stick around to find out why, and why you should think twice before falling for the hype. Luma AI Dream Machine is marketed as a revolutionary tool for generating videos from text or images. It's supposed to be easy to use, where you simply enter a prompt or upload an image and boom, you get an awesome video. Sounds amazing, right? Well, let's see if it delivers on that promise.
When you go to the website, you get all these awesome examples of beautiful videos. You click on the Try Now button in the upper right. This is the screen that we land on. As you can see, it's pretty simple. So we have the prompt box, shows you how many generations you have left, some ideas for prompts, which you can load right in there just by clicking on it, or refresh to get another idea. These are not randomly generated. It's about 5 prompts that it just cycles through. And then on the left, the option to add images. If you click on that, it'll ask you to upload keyframe images. So you can put a starting image and then add an ending image, and it will generate in between the two. This is a similar example to what I did down here. And then finally, there are the options to enhance prompt and to loop. Enhance prompt, it doesn't show you what it's doing to enhance the prompt. I have enhanced prompt checked on many of these prompts. And as you can see, it doesn't show you how it enhanced it. Documentation is also very unclear as to when to use it. It basically says use it all the time to get better prompts. There's some tutorials on the internet that say uncheck it if you have a pretty detailed prompt already to make it better. And then some other documentation provided by Luma Labs that says, yes, if you're having problems with your generations, to uncheck it. So the problem I have with this is that generations are so expensive that to experiment with the tool like this, as simple as checking or unchecking a box, that's 2 generations, one checked, one unchecked. There were only 30 free generations per month. That's not enough when you need to experiment. And finally, there's also this loop option here, this checkbox. When you're getting the video returned, it already loops, but this would make it so that when you download it, that's what it does as well. And that's pretty much the dashboard. Let's start playing with it. The prompts I tried were a knight in shining armor stands tall against a menacing black dragon that towers above him. I tried to give some guidance for the lighting, the camera angle, all the things that the FAQ suggests will be helpful. And this is what we got. Not at all what I asked for. Tons of hallucination and blending and look at it. It's so ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. I thought I'd go simpler on my second try. Penguin dances on a tropical island, and this is what we got. So even though I'm being extremely critical here, there are some good things about what this AI is doing. I mean, it's completely in motion, and on this one, we've got no skipping, we've got no morphing. We have a penguin running across a tropical beach. Like, that is amazing. It is doing a very good job at something. Just not necessarily what I asked it. Unless a penguin scooting along here is considered dancing. No. Okay, so disappointed with my first 2 attempts and knowing that I only have 30 total, I went to ChatGPT and this is what it came up with for the prompt for my penguin dancing. As you can see, much more detailed, and this is what we got. So in terms of the content, I would say a lot closer to a penguin dancing. I was hoping to see some motion in the feet. A little bit disappointed he's not facing the camera. And then when he does turn, we see some of that morphing. Has 3 wings there for a second. And then this funny penguin guy up over here. Walking on the water, flying into scene. I don't know what's going on. Aside from the fact that this looks like some 16-bit video game generation, maybe 32-bit, but geez Louise. So not satisfied with that, I modified the prompt just a little bit. I figured we'd just go full on cartoon. I wasn't intending for it to be realistic anyway. I was thinking more like Pixar animation style. So I just put this line in here, and as you can see, created about an hour ago, and it is still in the queue. I've already refreshed logged in, logged out, all that jazz, and it is just not returning.
Just for kicks and giggles, let's try one of their prompts and see if we get anything better. Teddy bear in sunglasses playing electric guitar, dancing and headbanging in the jungle. We are gonna see how it does with its own prompt that it gives me. So I will be back with you once it generates. All right, we're back. I let these go for quite a while, so I honestly don't know how long it took, but I have both of my generations back here. Got penguin dancing on the beach, going for the cartoon version, and I will say I'm much happier with this version, even though it's still pretty wonky. You can see his body turning around and he gets three wings at one point. His head turns around crazy, but because it's a cartoon, I'm okay with it. Okay, and then this was their scripted prompt here about a teddy bear in sunglasses playing the electric guitar. Let's see how it did. Okay, you get the teddy bear for a second. He is wearing sunglasses and playing a guitar, but not dancing or headbanging, and then the camera pans out to the waterfall, which could make sense in a larger video, I guess. Quality's a lot better than the ones with my generation, so I really want to make this succeed. So let's get a drone shot of two cars racing through the countryside. I am going to enhance prompt. I'm going to not loop this. We'll try something else with the loop here in just a second. Okay, and we're in queue. And since I have no idea how long this is going to take, let's go ahead and start something. How about just a bird soaring through the sky? Okay, so bird soaring through the sky with the background of clouds and the camera follows behind. Loop that, enhance the prompt, give that a try. All right, we have a couple more things to test here before we call this a wrap. So I pulled this cool image here from Leonardo AI, weird alien spaceship thing in a desert, and there's some weird alien things kind of in the frame. So let's see what it does with it. Let's put it on a loop. We won't even add a prompt. See what it gives us. And then since we have to wait forever for these generations, we're going to try and do a few things at once here. So same image, this time we're going to add a prompt. Okay, enhance prompt, loop off, and we'll see what that gives us as well. I guess it is good since these take so long that they allow us to do multiple queued generations. Okay, so last but not least, we are going to try the keyframes here. So the first one I have here is this magician or mysterious type person walking down a cobblestone street towards us. And the end frame, he is closer in view, opens his hands as if about to cast a spell or something like that. So that's what I'm going to put in for the prompt. Pretty easy. All right, I pulled up these two derelict ships. So I want to see if it is able to do a time lapse because two of these images here really fit well, I think, with a time lapse of the ship kind of breaking down. So I'm going to put that in as the prompt. Okay, a derelict old ship shown in a time lapse, withering away. All right, let's try another one of these. Camera pulls back from a woman who lands and stands on the rock. Not sure how that'll work. Give it a try. I have two more I want to do. Hopefully it'll let me. So let's give it a little bit of a less dramatic change. So I have this woman standing in front, and then it kind of switches, still in silhouette, but the colors in the background change. Let's just see what it does on that. Ah, maximum daily generation limit reached. Boo! Well, as you can see, it's pretty clear here. Due to high demand, limiting free tiers to 10 generations a day. So, since these take practically a day to generate, I will reveal results of our test once we have them. So, and we'll be back for you in just a second, but for me, probably 12 hours later. All right, we're back. Let's see what we got. Okay, most of them generated. I gave it about 2 hours. Still missing this one here. Looks like it might have failed. So, all right. I believe this was the first one we tried, and this was just the static image with no prompt. Oh, that actually looks really cool. Not a whole lot of movement, but the fidelity is still there. There's no morphing. Let's see what else we got. So then this one is the next one. The prompt was alien creatures move towards the object. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we didn't get the creatures moving towards the object. The camera moved towards the object.
then tried to get some movement in this window here. Oh, that's right. We had this eagle. This was just testing the loop. Huh. I don't know what to make of that. So we've got a bald-headed eagle flying towards the camera, then suddenly morphs into flying away from the camera, and then a weird dream image in the background. Yeah, that's dumb. See what else we got. Let's see, I believe we had this mysterious man walks down the street and approaches the camera. Let's take a look. He's not walking. Camera does approach it and turns into the end frame that we were looking for. Funkiness in the hand, the right hand there. Doesn't really know what to do with the coin, so the coin just kind of goes away. It's okay. All right, let's see what the derelict old ship. I mean, for what we gave it, that's actually really good. The paint kind of goes away, the chips come up, the whole. I mean, keep in mind the ships I gave it weren't one for one. It was just a close approximation. Yeah, okay, I really like that one. I'll give that one a thumbs up. Okay, what else we got? Okay, and our last one was this camera pulling back from a woman to standing on the rock. So it didn't have her flying, it had her more from the rock. You can kind of see the line there. Pretty obvious where the shot transitions. Yeah. Again, not terrible, but also not great. Okay, so before we wrap up, I will say that I was able to come back and do a couple more of those tests that I've been planning before we ran out of credits for the day, and the results were actually pretty good. So I might be a little bit harsh on Luma Labs, but there's definitely some promise and potential here. I think the price is still a little bit too high at $30 a month, with the free option not being nearly enough to fully experiment and play with this tool. So I did another keyframe test, this time with images that were a little bit more closely resembling each other, and this is what we got. I like this a lot. I think it's pretty cool. You can see the first image I gave it, and then pulling back into the silhouette form, the colors match up, the lighting does what it's supposed to do. So this is really promising. And then I also had these cool dark amoeba things, a bunch of different monsters that kind of resembled each other, would look like an evolution. And so that's what I asked it to do, and that's what it did. And then I was able to use this extend feature down here to extend it from 5 seconds into 10 seconds, and this is what we got. So I was hoping that it would continue on the evolution, lengthening the arms and limbs, whereas it just continued spinning the camera. So that's not as successful, but it's still pretty cool. Really good movement, warping, the eyes blink. So there's definitely a lot that can be done with this. It's definitely pretty cool. So Luma Labs, text to video, mixed results, not so good. But I would say image to video, especially using the keyframes, a start and end image, I'd say that's definitely pretty cool. Has a lot of potential, and if they would just be a little bit more generous with their free tier, or have a lower priced paid tier, that we could mess around with this more and experiment and get comfortable with the tool, I would say this would be a high contender for one of the better image to video platforms.
So, to sum it up, Luma AI Dream Machine has a lot of hype, but in my experience, it doesn't live up to it. The features are lacking, the video quality is hit or miss, and the limitations on free use are a big drawback. I would not pay $30 a month for this service, especially when there are other tools out there, offering more features and better quality. In my next video, I will compare Luma AI with one of those tools. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. What do you think about Luma AI? Have you tried it? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Awesome AIs for more honest reviews and AI tool comparisons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.